post the link.
Can you go live first?
I am live right now, sir.
Oh, once it lets me know that you're actually live. There we go. Alright, so I see the thing up top. You got a logo in the middle. It
Yep.
all looks lined up. Do the intro and track stuff real quick.
I just put it up.
Alright. You got the Truckee McTruck race over it, but it's centered.
That's it.
Alright, I'm hopping over then. Everything looks good.
Oop. Wanna switch discords?
Yep. Alright. Catch you.
Alright, everybody, welcome in. Welcome to the Truckee McTruck Race 150 presented by Marty's iRacing Paint Shop as we see him on track currently here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. It is race number 2 of Top Tier Season 2. And might I say, Marty has a new paint this week and it looks pretty good. I like that zebra, nice chrome finish on him. I really like it. It's looking good. Cars are getting on track, they're getting into the session. Running on track, we got 4 drivers that have turned a lap so far here today. But yes, welcome in season 2, race number 2 here at Atlanta. First race was at Iowa and did not go as planned as many people thought it would, comparative to how it was last season in Top Tier. Top Tier, we saw very few cautions. We had the one race at Martinsville that was a one-off, but this one was it was a doozy. It was 16 cautions for 65 laps. They only got to complete 138 of the scheduled 175, so they did not complete 37 laps, unfortunately, which did play a factor into multiple drivers making, unfortunately, the wrong calls on pit road and put them back in the pack, got caught up in wrecks, and other drivers that finished about mid-pack are working their way up on the fresher tires. But such as much, and unfortunately, due to all those cautions, the way Top Tier works is that if you bring out a caution, it is one at fault. And if you accrue so many, which is if you accrue 3, you are suspended for 1 race. And unfortunately, we have 2 drivers that won't be able to race this week, Jared Martin and Kelly Ackert, unfortunately. We've all had those days. I know I have personally, where just nothing seems to go right. Car gets loose, and it just, you know, not much you can do about it. And unfortunately for both of them, they are going to be having to sit this one out and wait until we go to Dover next week. Another driver that had 2 at faults, which they cannot qualify, would be Marty White as well. He unfortunately had 2 at faults, and he will not be able to qualify, as well as a loss of 5 points. And if you have 3 at faults, you lose 10 points in the season, and if you have 1 at fault, it's only 2 points. And there's a few drivers with the 1 at fault, but I'm not going to get into those. Just those 2. Marty White unfortunately cannot qualify, as well as Kelly Ackert and Jarrett Martin are unable to join us this race, but I know both will be back next week, ready to go and hungry for more at Dover. Excuse me, sorry. Right now we see Latham Joyner on track right now. He's about 8th quick right now. Got Peyton Howe, the quickest, Kenny Kuko, Timothy Presley, Chris Pierce, and Caden Huck as you see them scrolling across the top of all the drivers that we have. Right now, currently, we have about 25 drivers in the lobby. So far, already a good field with about 12, as you see at the top, 12 minutes left to go in practice. So Latham Joyner coming to a stop in his practice session. Newcomer right now for this race, Talon Drake. He just joined this league. He is with Adra Esports White. He'll be racing with us today for the first time. We're excited to see what he's going to do. Right now he's 5th quick, so he's definitely a quick driver, one to watch out for. Let's go ahead and talk to the gentleman that is 9th fastest right now, Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, sir. Fourth to start off the season. Finished third in the championship. Looking good so far. Running all right now. We'll have it quick on the board. How's the truck feeling for this race?
It's feeling pretty good. Did some testing earlier today. I've got a lot of confidence for the longer run. I think we should be in good shape.
Alrighty. And like I said, going back to season 1, you finished third in the championship. And this season, you and Peyton brought over about 4 or 5 drivers into this championship and stuff. What made you guys reach out to your teammates and bring them over here to top tier?
Well, I kind of was the one that kind of brought Peyton initially. And, we had a good time racing together. And, I really wasn't competing for the team's championship last year. We kind of missed out on that. So, I barely missed out on the drivers' championship. So I figured we would see if some of our friends would like to come over and maybe compete for that. We had some really clean races last season. I know last week was kind of wasn't the best race, green running anyway.
Yeah.
So hopefully this week is a little bit better. But I mean, most of our 1.5-mile races last season went caution free. So hopefully tonight will be like that. And I think if it does, it's going to play into my hands a little bit, I think.
I mean, that is very true. I raced against you last season, and you definitely had the long run speed. And that was one thing I'd see you, start falling back, and it's like, oh, cool, I'm catching him. And the next thing you know, you're already gone and back up to the front, man. So I definitely could see that working out for you. Well, I want to say, is good luck for this race. Good luck for the season. Hopefully we'll have a lot of green flag runs so you can show off your talent.
Yeah, thank you guys. Hopefully tonight will be better.
I believe it will be, man. I believe it will be. All right, you have a good one, sir.
Thank you.
That was Jacob Wilson, folks. We got Drake Raven here up on track right now, running up in the 12th spot, 12th fastest. He was another of our championship 4. We got 9 minutes left to go in this session. Little loose off of 2 right there. But that was one thing that I want to touch on that Jacob said about the teams and the team championship stuff. Here we got a picture of all of our teams that are competing in top tier. As you see, there is 8 teams total. You got about 7 of them that have at least 4, and you got 5 teams that have a complete rule of 6. So it's going to be tight. It's going to be interesting for anybody that watched the podcast on Teir Racing Network last week, the King's Pit Pass. We gave our thoughts on who are going to be the top teams out there, and honestly, all the teams are stacked. They have a lot of talent among them. So it's going to definitely be a fight, and definitely what Jacob Wilson said is bringing in all of his friends in to compete for this championship. We got AJ Esports out there. They brought in people. Royalty Motorsports, they brought back people, brought in people. Kuko Motorsports, they lost a driver but gained another driver. And Teir Racing was a combination of 2 teams to combine into one. So it's going to be a stacked team. It's going to be a stacked team championship as well as the individual championship. We got multiple people that are going to be fighting for that as well. Speaking of which, Peyton Howe, he's on pit road currently right now. He won last week at Iowa. He is locked into the playoffs. All he needs to do is compete in 7 of the 10 regular season races, and he will be fighting in the playoffs to compete for the championship over at Homestead at the end of the year. But again, he needs to complete 7 of the 10, which I believe he will. And from what you heard of Jacob Wilson, is that this team is definitely going for the team championship. Another one of our original drivers from season 1, Randy Shore. He was really consistent last season. Made the playoffs. Unfortunately got knocked out, I believe in round 1. A nice looking truck. This purple and white half and half. And he got mid-tier down there. Nice to see him joining us this week as he's sliding down. Got a loose off of 3 and 4. But it's nice to see him this race. Unfortunately, he missed last week. But it's good to see him back this week. He was another one of our fixtures in season 1. Very consistent driver, always in the top 10, always battling for those top 5. So it's gonna be exciting to see what he does in the trucks this coming season. And speaking of another season 1 regular in his trademark American flag scheme, you got Jim Thorndike. It's a beautiful looking truck designed by Press Gas and Haul Ass, our drafty beef. He does amazing work, and as you can see on his truck, it is truly a work of art, as well as Drafty does. But fortunately, Jim didn't make the start last week. He made the session, didn't start, but hopefully we'll see him out there for the race and competing, because he is, again, one of our playoff drivers from last year, one of the most consistent ones. So yeah, he's definitely one of the drivers to look out for as he bounces off the apron right there. Let's take a look at Dan Ames' truck. This is, again, I really like this truck. This is one that I picked. Again, if you look at the King's Pit Pass on Royalty Racing, this is my favorite looking truck, Dan Ames. He's, again, another one that was Jim Thorndike. He did not start. Hopefully he got everything figured out, and he's ready to go racing here today at Atlanta. As right now we have 31 trucks in the session right now. 27 have taken a lap time. As you got Caden Huck on the outside of Dan Ames as he's flying by. Let's take a look at Caden Huck's truck. Again, another drafty beef. Press Gas, Haul Ass design truck. That chrome shining out really nicely. Honestly, I think it looks a little bit better during the day than it did at night. But that's just my thing. Sorry, I got chat over here. A couple drivers apparently are wanting to write in the chat instead of focusing on their lap times, but it's all good. Let's take a look at the 01 truck of Timothy Presley. Just showing off different drivers. He's going to be the only driver for Jarrett Martin Racing today. As fortunately, Jarrett Martin himself, unfortunately cannot race with us week, but he'll be back, so. Timothy missed week 1, but he's here for week 2, so he's ready to go. Looking pretty fast. He's running at 6 right now, as you see them all scrolling across the top. We got Peyton Howell, the quickest. Latham Joyner in 2nd. Gonna keep going in 3rd. Dylan Canova in 4th. Caden Huck 5th. Timothy Presley 6th. Jeff Meyer in 7th. Talon Drake, the new J, in 8th. Adrian Fernandez in 9th. And Drafty Beef in 10th. As 27 trucks have taken laps already. And another driver just joined in right now, Derek Catt. So we're up to 32 trucks in right now. So you got Derek Catt who's joining in. I want to highlight this truck right over here. Andrew, I want to say it's going to be Busser. Forgive me if I am wrong on that one. And whoop, we got Andrew Fernandez getting a little loose right there. Same with Jeremy Gill. But Andrew's another one of the new guys as he's completing his first few laps on track. He's new to Top Tier. It's his first race, so we'll see what he does. Got a nice Logitech looking truck, number 62. Sorry folks, just trying to get a good handle on these camera angles. Perfect. Practice winding down. We got 2 minutes and 45 seconds. No really change up there near the front. Take a look at Joshua King's truck over here as you got Jake Raven getting loose on the bottom, Caden Hook as well, right up into another truck. Rob Hayes, it looks like. Oh, Jake Raven getting a little loose off of 2, just could not save it. But this is the time to do it. It's in practice. This is the time to push the truck as fast and hard as you can. And if you get loose, no big deal. Gets a little loose off the corner right there. Got Jeff O'Meara who's running 7th quick right now. His practice is starting to wind down. Qualifying coming up. Got Jeremy Gill getting a little loose mid-tier. And it looks like his run is done for Jeff Lemire. Christian Proctor just driving down to the bottom right there. Take a look at Rob Higgs. I guess that was not Rob Higgs, that was my bad earlier. But Rob Higgs getting a little wide off the corner. And the number 88 truck. Also one of the mid-tier racing gentlemen. Love the way that gold flashes off out of the sunlight. It looks really nice on his truck. Got a minute left to go here in practice. If anybody wants, you know, chat's open. Adrian Fernandez goes to third fastest. Trying to get his qualifying. Ooh, pushed it a little too much, bouncing off the wall. I was going to end his practice run right in front of... Yep, and around he goes right in front of Rob Higgs right there. And that's going to pretty much end both of their practice sessions for the day. Trucks on track, just completing their last little bit. So we got 32 trucks in this session. 29 have taken a lap time. Now let's go over the top 10. It looks like it's going to stay the same. You got Peyton Howe, like I said already. Top of the leaderboard, only ran 2 laps, so looks like he's all set, ready to go. Latham Joyner, Adrian Fernandez, Kenny Kuko, Caden Hutt, Dylan Canova, Timothy Presley, Jeff Lemire, Talon Drake, and Drafty Beef will be your top 10 fastest trucks as practice has come to an end. Alrighty, folks, we're going to get kicked off qualifying here right now. Let's see who gets the press gas and haul ass pole for number 2. You got Latham Joyner on track for his qualifying run. Multiple other trucks are on track as well, but let's follow Latham Joyner. Ooh, he's going to stop it, and it looks like he's going to reset it. So let's go to another truck that's out on track right now. Joshua King headed out right now. Let's see. Let's go with Justin Waddell. He's going to be the one that's going to probably set the first lap time of the day. Justin Waddell, the number 33. From Sherwood, Wisconsin. Got Justin Waddell. Going through 1 and 2 right now, setting his first lap of 2 to set the quick time. See where his starting spot here as at Atlanta is. Got 32 trucks, nobody going home. So everybody making the field this race as well. Like I said, a couple little less new drivers. A couple drivers, obviously, we stated earlier that could not race with us, unfortunately, and other people missing for various reasons, I'm sure. Justin Waddell comes around, completes a lap number 1. Set him up to the top. Rob Higgs has completed a lap, as well as Kenny Kuko. And that's how they run. Waddell, Kuko, Dan Ames sets in another lap. Ooh, a little loose off the corner by Justin Waddell. I wonder how that's going to be affect his lap time coming around. Adrian Fernandez goes to the top of the board. 8 trucks have completed a lap. 9 now. And everybody coming in on their first one. Multiple trucks are on track. Here comes Justin Waddell to complete his lap. And he will not improve, stay at 5th fastest. Adrian Hernandez out of 3 and 4, so looking to improve his lap time. Kenny Kuko goes to the top of the board. Will it stick? Yes, it will. It will stick. Alrighty, got more trucks on track as well. Let's look at Brady Floyd coming around for his lap time. Second lap, he's in 15th, down to 15th right now. Got Kenny Kuko, Adrian Fernandez, Chris Pierce, Timothy Presley, and Caden Huck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Brandon Floyd across the line. Jump him up to 9th spot, so he'll be up to 9th right now. Other trucks on track. We got Dylan Canova on his second lap. First lap, slot him in at 19th currently. Peyton Howe to the top of the board. Peyton Howe has taken the provisional pole. Canova off of 3 and 4 to the line. Seventh quick. He'll go 7th quick. Got Talon Drake out here completing his first lap of 2. 28 trucks have taken a lap time thus far. Put Talon Drake up to 10th. Great first lap for him. Let's see what he gets done on lap number 2. As you got him and Jake Raven both out there currently right now. Daniel Hendre and Andon Mendenhall have yet to set a lap time. Marty White, unfortunately, cannot set a lap time as he will not, with his penalties from last week, unfortunately. He will not be able to set a lap time. Off of 3 and 4, Talon Drake coming to the line. Can he improve? He will. 3rd quick up on the board, Talon Drake. He will be 3rd quick. As here we got Jake Raven on his first lap of 2, as we still got him and Daniel Hendre on track. And then Mendenhall has not set in a lap time thus far. And he finished 2nd last week at Iowa, and now he's gonna, it looks like right now he's gonna be starting in the back, having to work his way up to the front. Ooh, a little loose off of right there. And that is going to be it for Jake Raven. Jake Raven will slot in at 17th. Daniel Hendre coming around to complete his first lap of 2. And he will jump up to 7th quick up on the board, Daniel Hendre. All we have left to qualify is Andon Mendenhall. It does not look like he's going to be able to get out there on track. And Daniel Hendre is just going to shut it down after that one lap. And that is going to do it for qualifying. So it'll be Peyton Howe, Christian Proc... No. Excuse me, folks. Sorry about that. It all reset it. Game's getting all squared away. Not exactly. Oh, we got a warm-up. This is new. This is definitely something I was not told about. A warm-up. Alright, looks like car's gonna be on track, getting a little bit warmed up after qualifying. Shake the car down a little bit more, maybe some adjustments after qualifying. Let's go over the trace info. Excuse me, folks, it looks like we're having some more technical difficulties. As it looks like my program to show all the stuff on the screen as far as it goes, the intervals and everything, the ticker up the top has stopped working. Give me a moment. I'm gonna get it fixed up here. Cars are out there on track warming up. Nick Baum has a quick time thus far. Alright, folks, looks like we're back now with that. Yes, we are. Thankfully, we are. We got it all fixed up. Like I said, we are racing here at Atlanta. Weather's going to be 78 degrees, humidity at 45, partly cloudy, winds at 2 miles. It is a 1.5 mile track. It's 150 miles, so that means we're going to be going 100 laps here today. Perfect. There you go. Technical difficulties all sorted out and ready to go for that. Again, my apologies for that, folks. Got Timothy Esley getting loose off of 3 and 4, and he hits the wall. But it's just warm-up. We got about a minute left of warm-up. But again, like I said, ooh, big hit from the 13. Big hit. But yes, this will be... I do not know exactly what is going on with my ticker right now. This is... My apologies, folks. This is just... I cannot catch a break. It was issues last week, and it is issues this week as well. Again, my apologies on this. This is definitely not the production that I want to bring to the table, nor does Royalty Racing want to as well. It is very embarrassing considering that there's multiple of us that put in a lot of hard work into getting this and bringing this to you, and it is not at all going as planned in the slightest at all. I really don't want to have to do what I might have to do, unfortunately. And that would be the last thing I would want anybody to do, is miss any of this race. Alright, there we go. Okay, looks like we're back. We're back. Alrighty. As they're going to be coming to the green, unfortunately, I won't give you the rundown of the graphic on the screen, but we got Peyton Howe on pole, Aaron Brown in second, Talon Drake in third, Latham Joyner fourth, Kenny Kuko in fifth, Adrian Fernandez sixth, Chris Pierce seventh, Daniel Hendry eighth, Dylan Canova ninth, and Timothy Presley will round out your top 10. Trucks are getting all settled in, and the green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Atlanta. 33 trucks make the start. Whoa, what a loose right there from Aaron Brown. Gathers it back up. Latham Joyner loose as well. Off of 2, he hits Brown. Brown goes around right in front of the field of multiple trucks. Everybody scatters, and it is a parking lot on the back stretch. Multiple trucks involved. What do we see? 2, 4, 6, 10, 12 trucks all involved in that. Let's rewind it a little bit. Talk about the big one. Brown goes around right there in front of the field. There goes the 18, the 71, 37 around. 20 nowhere to go. And multiple trucks involved. Oof. Multiple trucks just got destroyed in that. Took a lot of our front runners out of it as well. In-house used to be the only one there. Up at the front still, multiple trucks are going to be on pit road getting repairs done to their vehicles. Having to wait to get out. Jake Raven just a little bit more. Ryan Perone right there. And you got Brady Floyd in the pits as well, getting his damage repaired. That's definitely not the way he wanted his race to go, as he is already 1 lap down currently. Well, definitely not the start a lot of these drivers were hoping for. We were hoping for long green flag runs. Hopefully it's just this first one right here. But, yeah, that was definitely not the way it goes. And it was right at the front of the field. Trucks just got loose. Cold tires, slick track. It's Old Atlanta. Old Atlanta's a very slick track. And, unfortunately, around they all went and collected multiple cars. Brady Floyd coming back out from the pits. You got him, Jake Raven, and Ryan Perone as well, all 1 lap down. Talon Drake coming out of the pits. He's still on the lead lap at the very end. Again, started near the front, started third. He's already down to 30th from that wreck, that incident. Aaron Brown in 22nd. He went around, started all the chain reaction, and he's down in 22nd. Not the start he was looking for. But trucks that did get around and got some spots. Got Nick Baum. He went up 8 spots from that wreck right there. And in Mendenhall, like I said, he didn't get a qualify, unfortunately. But look at him up here in 17th already. So he's got a good start to his race so far. He's already up near the front. Pace lights are out on the pace car as we are coming around. 1 to go. And we will be back under green. 1 lap completed. Not even a lap completed under green. Unfortunately, as all these trucks. Like I said, I got 33 trucks. It's unfortunately bound to happen. But we still got 30 trucks on the lead lap. 3 that are a lap down. Brady Floyd, Ryan Perone Sr., and Jake Raven. But still a long way to go. Field coming set off of 3 and 4. Green flag back in the air. Peyton Howe is off and away. Peyton Hall leads him down into 1. Adrian Fernandez, Kenny Kuko side by side. Fernandez a little loose off of 1 and 2 right there. Woo, little wiggle right there. Slots in behind Kenny. Kenny will take that spot. Everybody gets through that first part of the track this time as we are looking to come around and complete 1 lap under green. You got Chris Pierce looking under Caden Huck right there. Ooh, Fernandez gets loose off of 2, 3, and 4. Oh, around they go. Caden Huck gets loose off of 3 and 4, and we are back under caution. JD Van Kirk involved. Jim Thorndike involved. Multiple trucks involved. More trucks wrecking in front. You got Andon Mendenhall, like I was just saying. Drafty Beef, Jeff Lemire. It is now another parking lot off of in 1 and 2. Multiple trucks. And in Mendenhall, unfortunately, it looks like he's going to have a tow back to the pits. Just too much damage, blown engine. Jeff Lemire involved. Like I was saying, Drafty Beef is involved as well. Let's take a look what happened. Let's rewind it just a little bit. It just came down a little net, and around he went. Pierce pushes him back up the track in front of everybody, and around everybody goes. Let's take a look from the blimp as he got Nick Baum. Drafty Beef runs into Lemire right there. Just Nick Baum got tagged, and Mendenhall just got on the apron and went slid up the track, and unfortunately, around everybody went. Definitely not what they were hoping for to start this race. Multiple trucks in there. And in Mendenhall, unfortunately, having to get towed with that blown engine. He was making great progress through the field. Finished second last week. And unfortunately, not going his way. Let's see if we can get a word in with him. And this is George up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. It looks like you had a tow back, blown engine, correct?
Yep, blown engine, tore the front suspension off, and it was all because of my stupidity.
Why would you say that? It was the wreck in front of you that caused all of that.
Well, yeah, and I should have just checked up for it, but I decided to, full throttle and hope the caution would come out by the time I got past that pack of cars, and well, here I am paying that penalty.
That's unfortunate, man. I mean, you still got your fast repair, correct?
I still got the fast repair, and I'm
How much longer do
probably
you
gonna
have?
get a couple laps back.
Yeah, definitely, man. You finished second last week. Definitely not the start that you wanted this week.
Yeah, but we're gonna get it fixed and get back out there and win it.
All right, there you go, man. Well, good luck with that, and hope to see you do that.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. As Andy Mendenhall, folks, unfortunately, got caught up in that turn one incident with everybody. So got a little greedy right there, as you just announced. So I know he'll come back, get towed up, fast repaired, and be back on the track. He's only 3 laps down currently, so it's not too bad all for him. But again, biggest movers right now after that, you got Joshua King. He's missed both wrecks. He's up to 10th. Derek Catt is up 18th. He has missed both wrecks, as well as mid-tier Jeremy Gill. He has missed both wrecks. He's up 15 spots. And the driver that couldn't qualify, Marty White, he is up to 16th, gaining 17th, staying out of trouble thus far, which is honestly sometimes the name of the game. I've been there before with that in another league. Ended up getting my best finish by staying out of trouble. So sometimes that's all you got to do, stay out of trouble in these races, and you will be up in the front. You got Peyton Howlini, Latham Joyner, Kenny Kuko, Adrian Fernandez, Dylan Canova, your top 5 right now. Unfortunately, we've only had 1 green flag lap thus far, 2 cautions already if you missed a pre-race show. Last week we had 16 cautions for 65 laps. 138 laps were only completed of the scheduled 175. We are hoping that does not happen again this week, and we get all full 100 in for everybody watching and tuning in, which we all appreciate your support on the Royalty Racing Network. Thank you for tuning in and being a part of this broadcast and this amazing league with all these very talented drivers out there. Pace car lights are off. They're coming out on a 1 to go currently. Payne Howe has led all of the laps thus far. All 33 trucks are running. Got Andon Mendenhall back out here. He's back there after his fast repair. Truck all ready to go. Hopefully he'll stay out of trouble for the rest of the race. Got Jake Raven out back as well. Brady Foy, Nick Raffini. Chris Pierce is back there. Fortunately, they're both all 1 lap down. Working off of 3 and 4 here to get ready to come back to the green flag. And then down to the Geico Restart, and the green flag is in the air, and they are underway. Payne Howe gets a good jump over Latham Joyner. Kenny Kuko looking underneath Latham Joyner for second. Blinking, unfortunately, just a little bit. He's back. Kenny Kuko will clear him as 1, 2, 3 single file battle is on for 4th right now between Dylan Canova and Adrian Fernandez. Everybody gets through turn 1 safely, as we can see. All the trucks are starting to final out. Got Daniel Hendry looking underneath the 70 truck of Canova. They're side by side. Aaron Brown's making his way back up to the front after his earlier wreck on lap 1. As everybody will complete another lap. We've got 12 down of 100. Looks like everybody is single filing out. Trucks are getting in, settling in for hopefully a long green flag run as you got these two side by side. Aaron Brown, Dylan Canova for fifth spot. Ooh, little tap, a little loose right there. Adrian Fernandez goes up the hill, saves it, gathers it up, and keeps on going. He'll lose some spots there, but he will not wreck as you got Justin Waddell, Timothy Presley, Joshua King looking underneath and mid-tier right behind him as Adrian Fernandez will drop some spots after getting a little bit of contact with Aaron Brown, but it looks like everybody say, ooh, loose off of 2 right there. Kept it off of Joshua King there as they move down the back straightaway. Fernandez looking a little loose. Truck's looking a little loose right now to start this race, but he's gathered it up and everything looks to be working just fine for him. As here comes all the other trucks. Back up to the front. Got Dylan Canova heading up third. He makes a pass on Latham Joyner. Dylan Canova up to third. Looking really racy today. He's made up 6 spots already, starting from 9th up to 3rd. And already looking to attack Kenny Kuko for 2nd spot. He's already going to look to the high side here. They go 1 and 2. Canova on the high side, Kuko on the low side. Canova's going to get that run off the corner down the back stretch as they go side by side. Woo, mid-tier a little bit in the wall in the back. You saw there, he gets a little loose off the corner and slaps the wall. Canova makes a pass as he will move up into 2nd spot. Show it, Peyton Howe, Dylan Canova, Kenny Kuko, 1, 2, and 3. And it looks like Canova is not done. He's still going. He's going for the lead. He's going to be looking under Peyton Howe as they go into 1 and 2. Nope, thinks better of it. Heads to the high side to get that run down the back straightaway. Down the back they go. Timothy Presley was looking underneath the 71 of Hindre. You got Jake Raven right there as well. As we have completed 16 laps of 100. Joshua King looking under Justin Waddell for 8th spot right there as they battle side by side. Joshua King cannot get the job done. Waddell, and the wheel is out. Caden Hook. Nope. My apologies. That's not the right one. We got Dan Ames and Johnny Williams. Unfortunately, looks like they are going to get together. Ooh, Johnny Williams just comes up the track and nowhere for Dan Ames as both trucks just spin and wreck off of one, and the caution is out again. Well, we had a longer green flag run, about 5 laps into it, so but unfortunately the yellow is out again. Dan Ames and Johnny Williams get tangled up there. Let's see if we can get Peyton Howe jumps on a pit road as he's going to pit. Dylan Canova as well is in the pits. Multiple trucks. Aaron Brown's on pit road as well. I think they're going to take 4 tires. Honestly, I think it's a little early, in my opinion, to be jumping on pit road, but because these trucks can go about 40 laps on a full tank of gas, maybe they're going to split it the other way. Instead of doing 40-40 and the 20 for the last, they'll do 20 and then 40 lap runs at the end. We'll see. Peyton Howe gets off of the pits first. Aaron Brown ahead of Dylan Canova. Marty White comes off the pits with me, taking 2 tires. Justin Waddell, Adrian Fernandez, Joshua King jumps down, Randy Shore, Talon Drake, they all pitted. So Kenny Kuko will take the lead with Timothy Presley in second. Derek Catt up 27 spots from his qualifying position of 30th. He's up here in 3rd spot. You got Caden Hutt, Christian Proctor, Rob Higgs, Nick Baum, Jacob Wilson, and Drafty Beef and JD Van Kirk are going to be your top 10 when we go back to green. As there's Dan Ames and Johnny Williams that brought out this last caution. Brady Floyd and Mendenhall head down the pits right now. Probably get some more adjustments as well. Both trucks are 1 lap down. Having to wait that 1 lap around to be able to pit. That's one thing with NASCAR, is that the lead lap cars get their own separate pit from everybody else, which is nice. Let's bring in Johnny Williams. Johnny, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, sir. What happened in that wreck? Last wreck right there with you and Dan.
Well, I thought that I drifted up, but I just went back and watched the replay, and he looked like he was trying to keep it off the wall and come down.
Yeah, that's what it looked like from the replay. It just, you guys just converged on the same spot at the same time, unfortunately. I mean, besides that, how is the truck feeling, sir? How's your race? How was it going so far?
It was loose. I don't know why, but this track is that way with these trucks.
Yeah, very much so. I drove some laps around here just to test and see how and feel what you guys were feeling, and it definitely was loose out there. So, but hopefully you got your truck all repaired. You'll be all set to go, ready to go for the rest of the race, and good luck, sir.
No, I'm dropping out because foot issues.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Well, maybe we'll see you next week at Dover.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. You have a good one.
You too. Take it easy.
That was Johnny Williams from Mid-Tier Racing. Unfortunately, he is done for the day. As the pace light car are off, we got Kenny Kupko up front, Timothy Presley, Derek Catt, Caden Hook, your top 4, right? Christian Proctor in 5th, your top 5, as you are going to be working off of 3 and 4. Pace car going to be pulling off, headed to the Geico restart zone.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag is back in the air. Off they go. Kenny with a great jump. Oh, Presley in the wall. And a big wreck behind him. Big wreck behind him. Whoa. Everybody got piled up in this. It is a parking lot on the front straightaway. Cars everywhere. It looks like a repeat of Dover from last year, if anybody remembers that and was tuning in. That is honestly what it reminded me of. That was very interesting, folks. Let's just rewind this from the blimp and see what happened. I am not exactly sure what happened. It just, everybody just, they're coming around to get the green, and it looked like everything was all set, ready to go. Green flag in the air. Kenny goes, and he spun the tires, and into the wall he went. Caden hits him, and around everybody goes, and it just turns into a parking lot of cars just everywhere. Multiple trucks involved. I mean, honestly, if you're behind them from about 4th on back, you were involved in that wreck, unfortunately. Man, that was an incident. Let's ride on board with Presley, see what happened. Maybe we could hear what happened to his truck with that wreck. Yep, just spun the tires and couldn't get corrected, and around everybody goes right in front of the field. Man, that was just spun the tires. Unfortunately, happens. It happened to our leader last year at Dover. He did that as we were coming to the green flag, and it took out everybody. Let's see if we can talk to Timothy about that. Timothy, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
All right, man. It looks like you spun the tires on the restart. Is that correct?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, about to say that's what it looked like. That's what it sounded like from the in-car camera. It spun the tires, and fortunately, everybody didn't have anywhere to go, and it just created a parking lot on that fun stretch.
Yeah, I was worried about watching the 11, trying to get going, even with him, and just lost control of it.
And it happens, man. It's happened to the best of us. I mean, honestly, that leader, Kenny Kuko, did that to us at Dover on the actual start of the race and took out the entire field as well. So, I mean, it happens, man. It happens to the best of us. Is your truck badly damaged, or is it all fixable without a fast repair?
Jared, my spotter, he said that it's not too bad, but I think, I'm pretty confident that I can get through the majority of the wrecks. So I think I'm gonna stay with my same pace and just go ahead and use my fast repair here.
All right, fair enough, man. Got the confidence that you're going to stay out of trouble. I like it. I like it. Well, good luck for the rest of the race. Hopefully you can fight your way back up to the front because you were running good to that point, and we'll see. Maybe we're talking to you in the top 3.
Hey, we'll see. I'll try to put on a good show for you guys.
All right, thank you, sir. You have a good one.
You too, bud.
That was Timothy Presley of Jarrett Martin Racing right there. As we're back up to the front, we got Kenny Kuko, Derek Catt. Peyton Howe has recovered nicely from his pit stop as he is up to 3rd spot. And again, it's one of those races again. It looks like it's gonna be multiple cautions. This is gonna be our 4th one of the day, and pace lights on the car. Well, lights are out on the pace cars. We're going to get going back under green this time by. I want to get a shout out to Andrew Busser right now. He's up in 5th spot, up 22 spots. It's his first race with us, and he's looking so good so far. Obviously avoiding all the wrecks that everybody has been involved in as well. Only one truck out of the race, 32 trucks still running right now. Got Jeff Lemire and Dan Ames both on pit road getting stuff fixed away. Working through 3 and 4 right now. You got Kenny Kuko with Kuko E-Motorsports, Derek Catt with Royalty Motorsports, then you got the 2 revved up racing trucks of Peyton Howe and Jacob Wilson right behind them. As a pace car is going to be pulling off of here as we are going to get back under green. And the green flag is back underway. Kenny Kuko gets a good jump. Derek Catt, Peyton Howe looking underneath Derek Catt already for 2nd as he is going to clear before they get even into 1. Peyton Howe, man on a mission, already looking to the outside of Kenny Kuko. What a restart he has got. He is on the outside of Kuko as they exit, and the caution is out again. And it looks like it was Drafty Beef. Yep, Drafty got into mid-tier, and around he went up into the wall. And everybody, and Nick Baum with a little extra love right there, and back up into the wall he goes. Unfortunately for Drafty right there, not the start to the race that he has wanted. Let's see if we can see a little bit more about what happened. It looks like another tire spin off the line. You got Aaron Brown looking underneath. And Beef just came up into him, and around they went. Aaron Brown gets hit, and Drafty up into the wall, and around he went. That is very unfortunate. As let's pull in Drafty. Drafty, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
All right, man. What happened on that restart?
Some genius thought it'd be great to go 3 wide instead of just taking it easy and let the race go out. You know, it's kind of just the theme here tonight. Pretty not happy about it again, but it'll be dealt with.
Yeah, it's unfortunate right now. It's like we're on our 5th caution of the night. 20 something laps into this race, and we've been pacing for majority of it. And you know, how's the truck? Is it a lot of damage? Is it all fast repair, or what is it?
I'm so fed up. I'm out of the truck. I'm not. We're gonna have to get together as admins. We have to make some decisions here to get this racing back to racing and not pacing, because it's just kind of ridiculous, if you ask me.
I mean, that is very fair. So you are done for the day as well?
Yep, I am out of the truck.
All right, sir. Sorry about that. And, well, hopefully you as admins can get together and sort this out, because this is definitely not the top-tier racing that the drivers are used to, the fans watching are used to, and, you know, and definitely not the show that you guys want to put on.
I really gotta apologize to the fans. I know last year we had some really good racing, and this year it's just it's not good. I think maybe we'll have to take a look at some of these new drivers that came in and go from there.
All right, well, we'll be waiting to see what these changes will be, sir, and sorry about your day, and thank you for joining us, and
Yep, my pleasure's mine.
hopefully we'll see you at Dover, where it'll be better.
Yep, I'll be back next week for sure.
All right. That was Drafty Beef. He is one of the admins that run this league as well, with Kenny Kuko and JD Van Kirk. So again, like he said, I guess him and the admins are going to be getting together to sort this out, because this is definitely not the way that racing went last season. I raced in this, and I mean, honestly, between these first 2 races is the amount of cautions we went through for our whole season last year. I mean, we went, I think it was 5 or 6 races without a single caution, which, yeah, that's cool and all, but sometimes when you make a mistake on pit road, like I did have in the past, it's not good. You kind of want to caution to catch back up to everybody, you know, or there's only one caution that you brought out, put yourself a lap down because of it, and can't get back on the lead lap. You know, you kind of want to caution here and there, but definitely not the amount this is, because like Drafty said in the interview, it has become more pacing than racing, unfortunately. And, you know, that's, you know, hopefully they can get that cleaned up and give the fans, everybody tuning in and watching this, a better show and a good show. And that's, you know, that's the hope that we have. You know, it's so fortunate that it is the way it is right now, but unfortunately we just got to work with what we got for this race, as the pace car lights are out, as you have Kenny Kuko, the leader, Peyton Howe, Derek Catt, Andrew Busser, as well as Jacob Wilson, your top 5. Again, I want to shout out, like I said, I want to shout out Andrew. It's his first race with us here at Top Tier, and he is running very well, up to 4th right now, and he's definitely putting on a good show, and that is definitely something we like to see here in this series. As right now there are 19 trucks on the lead lap, as you have 10 trucks a lap or more down. It looks like you have 3 trucks that are done for the day. Johnny Williams, Dan Ames, looks like he retired his truck due to damage, as well as Drafty Beef, as you heard his interview right now. He is done as well, unfortunately, for the day. So right now it looks like we will have 29 trucks. Excuse me, Dan Ames is out there running. That is my bad, my apologies. Dan Ames is out there currently running, so it looks like we just have Jeff O'Meara is in the pits. It looks like he's just getting work done on his truck. And we have Drafty B5, and the green flag is back in the air, as you got Kenny Kuko gets away, gets a great start over Peyton Howe. As Peyton Howe will follow him in a 1 and 2. Andrew and Derek side by side as they go into 1. Andrew on the high side, Derek Catt on the low side. Andrew will clear him, move him up to 3rd. As everybody kind of, Joshua King gets a little, JD Van Kirk slams into the wall, outside wall. Everybody's going to get around him nice and cleanly. No caution out there. Payne Howe going for the lead over Kenny Cook. And the yellow flag is out. It looks like Dylan Canova, possibly? Nope, that was definitely not it. Let's see if we can figure it out. No, that was on the start, unfortunately. Fortunately, folks, we do not know exactly what brought out the caution. Possibly something to do with JD Van Kirk. Because we know JD Van Kirk got up on the wall here. Oh, little contact from Nick Baum into the wall he went. And truck scattering, truck scattering, truck scattering, truck scattering, truck scattering. And not exactly sure. I think it may have been because JD stopped on track. That is what brought out the caution flag for us here today. So yeah, unfortunately, we do not know exactly what the cause of that last caution is, but we're under caution once again. And to answer your question, Ms. Bloom, Jake was involved in multiple wrecks. This is our seventh caution of the day, and unfortunately, he was involved in a few earlier in the race, as well as we already have only 19 trucks on the lead lap, multiple trucks one lap down, a lot of big names in that are laps down. So, and I just got word that 13 was having issues with the screen. His screen was blacking out on him. That is very unfortunate for him, as he was having a good run, running up in the top 10. That would be Christian Proctor. So that is very unfortunate for him. But yes, Miss Bloom, Jake unfortunately was caught up in multiple wrecks to start the race, and it's kind of like last week. It has been a caution fest, and we've done more pacing than racing. We've talked to Drafty earlier, one of the admins, and again, he's going to be trying to get to the bottom of this and try to sort this out, because this was not how the league was last year, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and talk to Andrew. He has been running up front. Andrew, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, man. You're looking good, dude. Running up third, up 25 spots, man. This is your first race. I mean, give us your thoughts on it, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it clean. Just stay out of the wrecks, and I don't know, take it slow, and slow and steady wins the race.
I mean, right now it's definitely slow. I mean, I want to say you're slow, man, but you're definitely steady running up third, man. That's no slouch. I mean, you got two very good competitors up there in the front, man, in front of you, and you know you got a lot more behind you. So, you know, you're looking good so far. What's your plan for the rest of the race? Are you going to try racing with these guys up in the front?
I think I'm just gonna let these guys go. They're much better than me. I'm just gonna try to just see where we go. I don't know. We'll play by ear.
All right, man. All right. Well, you're looking good so far. That's all I wanted to pop in, see how you're doing. What a great job you're doing, and we'll look forward for you for the rest of the race.
Thank you very much.
All right. Good luck, man, and maybe we'll be talking to you to that top three. That's where you're sitting right now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that was Andrew. First race, running up third. Pace lights, car lights are out. You're welcome for putting up on the bar. That was something that me and the admins came together, and we decided it looked a lot better to have it the scroll bar up at the top instead of the tower. I think it makes it look a lot nicer, and you know, you can see everybody, and unfortunately how many laps down people are, they're out, pit, anything. Makes it a lot easier and makes the broadcast look a lot cleaner as well. So yes, you're very welcome, and thank you for your feedback. I definitely got some of that as well.
Green.
As the green flag is back underway, and it is Kenny Kuko jumps out to the lead. Payne Howe slots in right behind him. Andrew there. We got 37 laps of 100. As 1 and 2 and 3 are all single file as they go, as they work through 1 and 2. It's a little bit busy here in the back over here. Got Jacob Wilson, Talon Drake looking on his high side right there. As they come through 3 and 4, they go side by side for the 5th position. Derek Cat in front of him. Adrian Fernandez under his own attack from Jeremy Gill. Jeremy Gill looking very racy right now. Missed last week, ready to go for this week, and he's running up here in the top 10. You got Adrian Fernandez loose off of the 2, gets a little pump from him, and then Brown, and then around they go. Latham Joyner and mid-tier are, yep, and mid-tier go around. Looks like it's just a spin from those two. Adrian Fernandez got loose. Everybody checked up behind him as you saw that live, and around they all went. Let's go ahead and take a look back at that. And what is due? A little far chase right here. The guy got loose, checked up, Brown into him, Ip into Latham, and around both of them went. Thankfully, it was just those two just spinning, just worn out tires, flat spotted tires, but they'll both get underway with very minimal damage, thankfully. And we are under caution once again, as Payne Howe did take the lead from Kenny Kuko as we were watching the cars in the back. It's like more cars have dropped out. JD Van Kirk looks like he possibly could be done or just getting some pit road work. Multiple cars are on pit road. Justin Waddell, Adrian Fernandez is in the pits, as well as Joshua King, Jeremy Gill. They're all in the pits. Looks like they're taking 4 tires and gas. I don't think it was a bad push per se. It was that the Adrian Fernandez in the 243 got loose. Everybody checked up, and it was just a chain reaction, and everybody went. Let's take a look at that. No, it looks like, yeah, the 243 was already getting loose, and the 3 had nowhere to go, bumped into him, and it didn't chain reaction with everybody. So, yeah, unfortunately, 243 just got loose, and everybody got piled up into it. Yeah, like I said, it was unfortunate, you know, he got loose, 3 got into him, and then chain reaction from everybody behind him, and around they went, and here we are again under caution. So, it is definitely another caution fest. You got Payne Howe leading, Kenny Kuko, Andrew Busser in 3rd, Derek Cat, and Tao and Drake, your top 5. Jacob Wilson, Dick Baum, Aaron Brown, Nick Raffini, and Timothy Presley will round out your top 10. And let's just go through the other 7 drivers on the lead lap. You got Ryan Perone Sr., Latham Joyner, Jeremy Gill, Justin Waddell, Adrian Fernandez, Daniel Hindra, and Joshua King are your trucks on the lead lap. As you have Dylan Canova, Caden Huck, Jim Thorndike, Randy Schuler, Marty White, Chris Pierce, all 1 lap down. And Mendenhall, Brady Floyd are 2 laps down. Jake Raven, JD Van Kirk are 3. Dan Ames, Jeff Lemire are multiple. As you have 3 trucks out of the race. Johnny Williams, that we heard from, unfortunately a foot injury for him. Drafty Beef, an admin who is going to be taking a long look at this, as well as Christian Proctor, who we heard has technical issues, his screen going black, which obviously anybody knows that is driving, let alone racing. It going black in front of you is not a good thing. But pace light cars, the lights out are on the pace car as we're going to get ready for another restart. Hopefully we can get another, I want to say, long green flag run like earlier, but that was only about 7 laps. So hopefully we can actually get a good long green flag run in for everybody tuning in and watching, which we, again, at Royalty Racing Network, appreciate it. And these fast repairs are becoming very useful for all the carnage that we have been dealing with this race. As they're working their way through 3 and 4, you got Peyton Howe on the bottom, Kenny Kuko up top. Pace car is off as they are back to the Geico restart, and the green flag is back in the air. Away Peyton Howe goes. Kenny Kuko in 2nd, Andrew in 3rd. Talon Drake gets around the number 6 of Derek Catt. They single file 1, 2, 3, 4. Nick Baum looking under Derek Catt for 5th position. Down the backstretch that they go. Nick Baum could not make the pass on Derek Catt right there for 5th position, as you now have Aaron Brown looking on the outside, very racy, as he's going to go around both Derek Catt and on the outside of Talon Drake through 1 and 2. Aaron Brown looking really racy up here on the high side. Off the corner they go. He's going on the outside of Andrew. Andrew just looks like he's going to give him all the space in the world, and he will. He'll drop to 3rd. He'll go up to 3rd. Andrew will drop to 4th. As everybody will single file out amongst the top 2. You got Peyton Howe up front. Kenny Kuko up to 2nd. Aaron Brown up to 3rd. Andrew in 4th. Talon, Derek, Nick Baum, Latham Joyner up there, as everybody seems like they have singled out. Got Ryan Perone back here side by side with Jake Raven. It looks like he's sliding back just a little bit. Fortunately for people. And the yellow flag is out once again. And it is Derek Catt. Let's see what happened to Derek Catt. Alright. It's like entering 3 and 4. Everything's good. And just a little checkup, and Nick gets into the back of him, sends him around. He backs it up into the fence. And around he went, and that will bring out the next caution. And Jeremy Gill gets a little tap in there as well, unfortunately. And around goes the 6th truck of Derek Catt of Royalty Motorsports. That is very unfortunate. So that is an unfortunate event for him. He was having a great run, running up in the 4th position, 5th position. Now he is going to be back on pit road. And then Jeremy unfortunately had nowhere to go. Man, that is such a shame. Just went a couple laps, and we are back under caution once again, folks. Again, this is definitely not the racing that anybody wants to see. And nobody wants to, you know, none of these drivers want. Unfortunately, Jeremy looks like he's having some issues down there. Let's see if we can dock to Derek Catt. Hey, Derek, this is George up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Yeah.
I was still down.
Huh?
I thought I was still down in chat. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, that was very obvious. No, I pulled you up into the booth, sir.
What's up, sir?
So you got turned, unfortunately. Would the truck get loose and Nick had nowhere to go, or what was the case?
Do you want the polite answer?
As long as
I came up a little bit, but I felt like I got turned there.
you felt like you got turned, I mean, speak your mind, man. Speak your mind. As long as it is age appropriate for all audiences, let us know what happened from your point of view, please.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see the replay, but it felt like I did. I might have come up a little bit, but I feel like he was real aggressive there and got into me and turned me around. So
That's
not
unfortunate.
quite happy because was hoping to get stage points there at lap 50, sitting in 6th.
Yeah, you're running really well. You're up in the front, running well all race. Definitely from your qualifying position of in the back. Definitely didn't have the strongest qualifying run, but running up front. But
Nope. Just got lucky. Haven't pitted yet. All these cautions, and it's just
yeah, well,
holy bajolies, you know.
yeah, I spoke with Drafty earlier, and there's going to be some admins are going to be looking at this race, so just going to be looking at everything, unfortunately. But yes, I did speak with Drafty already, and he's already done from the day. So
Yeah, he was pretty heated earlier. I know that. So we'll
yep.
see. I mean, let them figure out what happened and get taken care of. But hopefully we get some green flag laps here and take some of them off. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night.
It already has been a long night, sir. So well, hopefully we get going, and we can give these fans some good racing action.
Yes, sir. Hope
All right.
to.
All right, man. Yeah,
Thanks,
good luck
man.
for the rest
Later.
of the way, and hopefully we'll see you back up to the front again.
Oh, yes, sir. See you there. Have a good broadcast.
Thank you. As Derek Cat of Royalty Motorsports, again, unfortunately, caught up in that wreck right there. Now going back to chat, yes, Miss Bloom. Yeah, I know you are the girlfriend of Jake Raven, and I know he appreciates all the support that you give him and everything. And yes, thank you for your feedback. I do appreciate it. Anything to make this broadcast better for anybody watching, I want. So if you're watching, you know, as a driver after the race, as a fan of a driver, let them know to let me know so we can make this better and more enjoyable for all of you, which I appreciate. No, as far as last year, no, we have a significantly increased number. Our highest from last year was 28, and that was one race. We've had 33 this race, 35 last race, and our average for last year was probably around 15 to 18 cars in it. So yeah, we have definitely increased in size, and again, like I said, Drafty and the admins are going to take a look at this and see what happens, but you know, we'll see what happens as they're going to be coming back to the green, and Payne and Howe are going to be leading down, and the green flag is back in the air. Howe gets a great jump from Aaron Brown, as Aaron Brown will slot in right behind him. Andrew in third, as he got Talon Drake looking on his outside as they head into one. Latham Joyner right there looking as well, as he's worked his way back up to the front after a couple of spins early on in the race. And the riot is out again. We cannot even get through one corner, unfortunately, as it looks like it will be back here in the pack. Let's take a look and see what happens as you got 4 wide on the start. Mendenhall into Thorndike and up into Ryan Pierce, and Thorndike hits the wall. Pierce, as well as Ryan Perrone Sr., unfortunately was involved in that as well. Again, it just looks like a little too aggressive. Everybody wants to get going on the start. I understand that, but let's see how was it? Let's go back a little bit. Okay. So it looks like Perrone did not get a good start, spun the tires, and everybody was just trying to gain as much as they could, and just not a lot of room. Everybody just touches, and just one little touch, and around everybody goes. And that will bring out another caution for us. Aaron Brown, the leader. I think Peyton Howe jumps onto pit road as well as Andrew. He jumps onto pit road as well. A couple of trucks coming down. Get service on their cars. Probably the last pit stop of the race, as it looks like they're going to be able to. As Aaron Brown will inherit the lead. You got Peyton Howe on pit road as well as Andrew. He's stopped, ready, done, complete. Joshua King is on pit road as well. Derek Catt getting his repairs. Jim Thorndike as well. As everybody is on, as he got 17 trucks on the lead lap currently. Aaron Brown, your race leader. Let's go ahead and talk to, let's see if I can find him, Jim. Jim, this is George up in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. Tell me what happened from your point of view with that latest caution.
Well, you had the 9 truck decide to shoot the gap right at the start-finish line, cause 3 wide, and then you had a truck that was underneath me that was already there to make it 4 wide, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, it just looked like a small little touch from the 9, which put you down into the 65, and around everybody went.
Yes, sir. That's just part of racing.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. You know, I've been caught up in a few wrecks already this race, sir, and I'm glad to see you out here for this race. Unfortunately, you didn't make it at Iowa, but we're glad that you're out here running this race. You're one of the playoff drivers and, you know, one of the most consistent drivers in Season 1. So, you know, what's your hopes for Season 2?
Well, I'm looking to rebound, obviously, from tonight. I had some other issues that I had to take care of last week, and we'll go on to next week, and hopefully I'll start getting some top 5s here.
There you go. That's what we're used to seeing you, sir. Well, I want to say good luck for the rest of the race. You know, try to salvage what you can, but we'll definitely see you at Dover. We're expecting to be running up front.
Yes, sir, and you're doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way. That was Jim Jorndreck, driver of the number 59 truck for Kuko E-Motorsports. Back up to the front. You got Aaron Brown, your leader. Talon Drake in second. Latham Joyner, Nick Baum, Nick Raffini, your top 5. Pace car lights are out. We're going to be going back to 1 to go. 17 trucks on the lead lap. Looks like you got a few trucks that are out of this race. It looks like possibly Caden Huck. He's in pit road. He's been in pit road. Jeff O'Meyer's back out. Jeff O'Meyer looks like he is out of this race as well. Whew. Another doozy, folks. Another doozy. Thank you for tuning in. Definitely the number 3 has been moving his way up through this field, slow and steady, staying out of trouble. That is definitely for sure. He has been. We'll see how the rest of this race goes. Hopefully we'll actually get all the laps in this race. It looks like we might be able to. Yes, Nick Baum is doing well. He is running up front as well, running up in the 4th spot. He's having a good race. Got caught up in something earlier on, and again, he's been able to rebound, thankfully, as some of these other drivers have. As you got Aaron Brown taking him off of 4, and the green flag is back in the air. Gets a good jump, but Talon Drake stays with him. Talon Drake has a great jump off the line right there. Is he going to stay side by side? Nope, he's going to fall in right behind him, as you got him and Latham Joyner following suit right behind him, as you got 1, 2, and 3. Latham Joyner looking under Talon Drake for the 2nd position. Off of 3 and 4, 1 and 2 they go. Down the back straightaway, as Latham Joyner will take the lead, or take a 2nd spot away, looking for the lead over Aaron Brown. Through 3 and 4 they go. Latham Joyner bounces off the wall a little bit, as we have completed 55 laps of 100. We are a little more than halfway. So the rest of Kuko eMotorsports is going to be Latham Joyner running second. And then obviously as well as Kenny, Jake, Jim, and Caden Huck as well. And Michael Weissman is on the team, but unfortunately he is not here racing with us today. As you got Latham Joyner looking for the lead in 1 and 2 on the high side. He's going to get that run down the back straightaway as they go. Aaron Brown on the low side. Down the back they go. He's on the outside looking for the race lead. Latham Joyner down the back they go. Into 3 and 4. Aaron Brown fighting underneath. Latham Joyner on the high side down. Drake right behind them looking, waiting for his opportunity to path as Latham Joyner will go to the lead. He will take it. And he will clear Aaron Brown sliding right in front of him as off he will go. Latham Joyner, again, one of the guys that raced last year. Picked up 3 wins in season 1. Finished 3rd last week, looking to pick up another win as we still have 42 laps left to go in this race. As you got Latham Joyner, Aaron Brown, Talon Drake, Nick Baum, Justin Waddell, your top 5. Justin Waddell is having a great run, up 17 spots from where he started, running up in 5th in that number 33 machine. Got a battle right there between Kenny Kuko and Daniel Hindre. Kuko right behind him. Kuko looks underneath Hindre as they enter 3 and 4, looking for the 6th spot. Kuko slides up a little bit. Hindre giving him some room. Peyton Howe right behind both of them after the pit stop as he is already up to 8th position. Dylan Canova right there in 9th. Jacob Wilson in 10th, just a little bit farther back as you got Kenny Kuko and Peyton Howe side by side through 1 and 2. Howe will clear Kuko as they come off the corner. Canova looking on the outside of Kuko as well. Kuko sliding back just a little bit. Both these trucks have fresher tires than him. It's Peyton Howe looking for the number 6 spot in front of Hindre as they keep going. A little bit farther back, you got Andon Mendenhall looking underneath Adrian Fernandez. That is not for position. Mendenhall is 2 laps down currently. A little bit of a little right there between, you got Hindre, Waddell, Howe right there. Side by side they go, looking for that. Got Nick Baum looking up at 3rd right now currently. Howe will take it. Ooh, close to being 3 wide. Howe underneath Waddell for the 5th position. Peyton Howe back up to the top 5. He's already picking up where he left off from last week. Looking to get another victory, running back up to the front. They go. Side by side off of 1 and 2 between Hindre and Waddell. Both each giving each other plenty of room. Ooh, a little loose off a truck in the back. Got Joshua King there. Avoiding that. It looks like everybody's safe there. Dylan Canova, Kenny Kuko side by side for position as they work off of 3 and 4. Looking under Waddell. Waddell has not pitted for a while. Both these trucks have fresher tires as they're going. Kenny blinks a little bit right there. No issue as they go under him. Looking through, looking for the 7th position as it looks like Kenny will clear him off of 1 and 2. Nope, Waddell fighting back on the high side. Still Latham Joyner up front. Got a battle for 3rd. Is looking for 3 wide. Nope. Battle for 3rd. Peyton Howe picking up off Nick Baum right there. Looks like he will move up into the 4th position. 4th position goes to Peyton Howe. Yes, he will clear him as they will come off of 1 and 2. Daniel Hindre underneath him as well. Hindre, a teammate of Peyton Howe for Revved Up Racing, obviously wants to follow suit, get another good finish for Revved Up as they have the team championship lead after 1 race. Howe looking underneath Talon Drake. Drake in his first race here in top tier, running really well in 3rd, now down to 4th as Peyton Howe just dives underneath him, and he will look to clear him off of 1 and 2. Talon Drake fighting hard on the back. Daniel Hindre underneath Nick Baum. You got Dylan Canova on the inside of Justin Waddell. A little bit farther back as they go as this side-by-side racing. This is the way how you want to see Atlanta. Side-by-side racing. Peyton Howe clears him as he moves up into third position. Royalty Motorsports drivers are running 13th and 17th that are on the lead lap. Unfortunately, Drafty Beef is out of this race for Royalty Motorsports, so you just have those two trucks right now. Joshua King and Derek Cat. Joshua in 14th, Derek Cat in 17th. Both have been involved in wrecks. So unfortunately, they are in the back right now with some damaged vehicles as Peyton Howe gets underneath Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown crossing over for him. Back to the start-finish line they go, side by side, as Latham Joyner has pulled away. And Latham Joyner is loving the side-by-side racing because that just extends his lead out. And now it is up to Peyton Howe to track him down. Peyton Howe up to second as it is Joyner, Howe, Brown, Drake, and Baum. Your top 5. As I say that, you got Baum and under attack by Daniel Hindre. A little bit farther back, Jacob Wilson's making some progress through the field. It's kind of everybody seems to have evened out. Let's take a look at the Royalty drivers. Somebody in the chat's asking about them as you got Joshua King under mid-tier right now off of 3 and 4. This is for position for the 13th spot as they both go side by side. Joshua slides up back behind the number 4 truck of Jeremy Gill as you got Ryan Perone or Nick Raffini and Adrian Fernandez side by side for 11th. Both trucks battling for the 11th spot. And what is nice, we are on a long green flag run, folks. This is enjoyable for everybody as we are able to see these guys do what they do and put on the show that we all know that they could put on. And this is definitely a show. JD Van Kurt gets a little bit loose off of the corner up there. These trucks single file. Fernandez, Raffini, Grill, and King all right there for the 11th spot. Joshua King looking under Jeremy Gill, mid-tier again. Raffini looking under Fernandez as well. Josh slides in right behind mid-tier as Raffini's going underneath Fernandez for the 11th spot as here they come through 1 and 2, catching Justin Waddell. Ooh, a little bit of rush up from the trucks in front. One car bounces off the wall. That would be Brady Floyd and Andon Mendenhall right there. They're right there, but both those trucks are a lap down in 21st and 22nd position. But they are still out there right now flexing to show how fast they are. All around they go.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Andon Mendenhall just got I don't know. Ooh, got plowed into by Timothy Presley. Ooh, that is not what they wanted. I know Andon took his fast repair earlier in the race and unfortunately could not keep it off. Let us take back and see what happened between him and Brady Floyd. Here they are working through 3 and 4. This is just in front of the battle that we were watching. It gets a little loose off the corner and Brady just gives him a little bump and around the 9 car went, spinning down the front stretch and backs it up into the wall as he just comes down and Timothy Presley has nowhere to go and just plows right into him, unfortunately. Let's see if we can talk to Andon right there and get his thoughts on what just happened. And this is George up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. What happened off of 3 and 4? 3 and 4 right there.
Well, I mean, I knew I was racing 20 for, the lead of 2 laps down because I was hoping next caution, all we lap cars would pit and, we'd be able to go by and get a lap back. And I guess he just wanted to wreck me. Couldn't race me. I mean, I ran him high in the fence at one time, but that's whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, man, it looks like how badly is the truck? Is he just pulling your pit stall? How much required time do you have?
Yeah, it's about 8 minutes. I'm gonna sit here and hopefully pick off a couple spots if I can.
Yeah, man, definitely not what's happened. You were definitely looking really racy. You know, obviously it wasn't for position, but you're looking out inside the top 10 for your speed wise, and definitely not how you wanted to follow up your second place finish from last week.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, not qualifying killed me, but it's all right. Whatever next week is, gonna win it.
There you go. We're going to Dover next week, sir. So I don't know how you
All
like that track.
right. I like it all right.
All right. Well, definitely. I know you can put in the work, and I know you can run up front. So we'll see you next week at Dover, man. Sorry about today.
It's all good. Thank you.
Of course. That was Andon Mendenhall of Revved Up Racing. Unfortunately, his day is pretty much over. He's going to repair his truck and get back out there, but he is unfortunately not going to be able to run up front for the rest of today. Got Latham Joyner, your leader, Aaron Brown, Peyton Howe, Daniel Hendry, and Jacob Wilson, your top 5, as a couple trucks made some pit stops. You had Andrew Buster, Talon Drake made some pit stops. Randy Schuler, Marty White made some pit stops. And we're into caution again. At least we got a good green flag run in. And we're able to see some great racing. Working this caution as we got. So we got 1 to go. Pace car lights are off as we got Latham Joyner first, Aaron Brown, Peyton Howe, Daniel Hendry, and Jacob Wilson, your top 5. Currently, we have 19 trucks on the lead lap. Darren Cat, as you just saw, I got the wave around, so he's back up on the lead lap. It'll be the last car 1 lap down, as you got multiple trucks, unfortunately, out of this race. Other trucks that are out there just limping around to make up some spots of the damaged trucks. 33 trucks started this race. Right now, it looks like we only have about 3 that are officially out. Everybody else is in the pits. Timothy Presley, Andon Mendenhall, Dan Ames are all in the pits getting repairs. Dan Ames back out of the pits. Timothy Presley out of the pits. Andon is still under repair as he had 8 minutes of required. And what I mean by required is when trucks get damaged, you have, depending on how bad it is, a certain amount of time that you have to have a required repair. And then there's an optional, which optional, you know, obviously is optional, but your truck may not run as well. As the green flag is back in the air, Latham Joyner gets a good start over Aaron Brown. Peyton Howe looking underneath him for second. Daniel Hendry right there, right behind him, looking for both, see which lane to pick. He's going to pick the bottom lane as he's going to get under Aaron Brown as well as Peyton Howe clears him. He's already looking for the race lead. He's right under to Latham Joyner. Daniel Hendry with a little slide off the corner. He's able to save it. Will he save it? He does save it. What a save by the 71 off of 1 and 2. Able to keep it off of everybody, and the race still continues. Unfortunately, he lost all the spot. Peyton Howe gets Latham Joyner a little loose off of 3 and 4 as they come to the line side by side for the race lead with 24 laps to go here. Side by side for first and second. Side by side for third position between Aaron Brown and Dylan Canova as they come off the corners. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Jacob Wilson right there joining the party. Top 5, nose to tail. Throw a blanket over them. Top 5 right now as they working their way through 3 and 4. Peyton Howe the lead. Latham Joyner in second. Dylan Canova in third. Aaron Brown, Jacob Wilson, top 5. Side by side. Canova looking to the outside of Joyner for the second spot as there they come off of 1 and 2. Canova to the outside of Joyner. Side by side down the back stretch they go. Canova on the outside. Peyton Howe jumps in front of him to block his run. doesn't matter. It looks like the 70 will clear the 3 as they will go. He looks underneath Peyton Howe as he's going for the lead. With 22 laps to go, Dylan Canova to the inside of Peyton Howe. Howe, Canova side by side for first off of 1 and 2. Howe on the high side, Canova on the inside. Dan Ames coming off of pit road, stays underneath everybody. They single file out. Canova through the middle of 3 and 4, looking a little bit to the high side. Is he going to cross over again or follow suit behind Howe? Looks like he's going to follow suit. Jacob Wilson, it looks like he's going to look under Aaron Brown for the 4th position as he looks underneath Brown for 4th. Jacob Wilson, another guy that just always seems to find his way up here to the front when it matters the most. You know, hence what got him to the championship. Oh, gets a little bump from Aaron Brown into the wall. Jacob Wilson loses all of his momentum. Kenny Kuko going underneath him right now. Kenny Kuko underneath Jacob Wilson for 5th position as Brown gave him a little touch off of 1 and 2 and Wilson into the wall. Wonder if he has any wheel damage. Doesn't look like it. Truck keeps on going, but he lost all his momentum. Back up to the front. Peyton Howe, Dylan Canova, 20 laps to go. 1 and 2. Brown with a little wiggle off of 3 and 4. Gathers it back up. Battle for the race lead with 20 laps to go. Canova looking on the inside of Howe. Howe comes down to block him. Off of 3 and 4 they go as they're coming to 19 to go. Latham Joyner right there, right behind him. Aaron Brown as well. Canova looking under the inside of Howe. Nope, thinks better of it. Follows suit through 1 and 2. Single file pretty much. A little bit of battle on the back between Drake and Hindre. Looks like Drake got around Hindre for the 10th position. As it looks like you got Howe and Canova right there. Nosa tail. Latham Joyner right behind him looking, waiting for his opportunity to pounce. 18 laps to go here. Canova looking on the eye side. A little bit higher line through 1 and 2 than he previously ran, trying to get a little bit of run off the corner. Joyner slides up the racetrack. Looks like these trucks are starting to move up higher to the higher side, getting a little bit faster line. Back to the bottom they go. Off of 3 and 4, coming down to 17 to go. Howe, Canova, Joyner right there. Brown not too far behind. That's Jacob Wilson. Let's check on him as he's clearing these all these trucks back in with Kenny Kuko. Nick Baum right there as well. Adrian Fernandez right there as well. Fernandez, who had a loose truck, looks like him and his crew worked on it, and they're back up front running outside the top 10. As it looks like Nick Baum will bounce it off the wall a little bit in front of Fernandez as he will keep his spot but lose the gap to Kenny Kuko and Jacob Wilson. Talon Drake looking underneath Adrian Fernandez as Dylan Hindre will follow suit as well. Both those trucks will get around Adrian Fernandez. Fernandez back up on the high side looking to get back around Hindre as they squeezes them just a smidge. And both trucks make it through, and it looks like Hindre is going to be looking underneath Talon Drake right there for the position. Back up to the front is still Howe, Canova, Joyner right there with them as they come down to 15 laps to go. 15 to go. Joyner looking under Canova. Looks like this is his time. He wants to go. He wants to. Timothy Presley gets loose. Stays out of the leader's way. That is very much appreciated by all the leaders. He kept it under control. And all they go by. No harm, no foul. It's perfect right there. Joyner underneath Canova for 2nd. Can he clear him off of 3 and 4? Not quite. Canova gets the run off the corner on the high side as they go. 14 laps to go. Peyton Howe, your leader. Latham Joyner in 2nd. Dylan Canova 3rd. And Aaron Brown right there in 4th position. Wayne Brown way to the high side. Looking to get the run off of 3 and 4. Joyner clears Canova. And now he sets his sight on Howe. Kuko looking underneath. Wilson slides back in line. Brown. Joyner to look into the inside of Peyton Howe for the race lead. Side by side. Brown gets around Canova for 3rd. Joyner on the inside of Howe. Howe fights him off on the high side. Down the front stretch they go. Canova looking back underneath Brown right there for the fourth. Falls back in line. Joyner down to the inside, looking underneath Howe as they go through 1 and 2. 13 laps to go. Everybody single files out between the top 4. Howe, Joyner, Brown, and Canova. Your top 3. That's how they run. Canova looking underneath Brown for the 3rd position to get back up to that 2nd spot where he was. Doesn't get the run off the corner like he wanted to. Howe get a little gap to Latham Joyner. Howe drives it in. Definitely running that much higher line than Joyner. Joyner, as he got a couple lap trucks in front. Jake Raven, unfortunately damaged, limping his truck around to pick up as much spots as he can. Unfortunately, with all the damage that he has sustained from the previous wrecks, but still glad and happy he's still out there running and putting those laps in. As they gets under, as both Howe and Joyner get under Raven, both clear him as he got another truck up in the front of them. It looks like it is going to be the 65 of Chris Pierce. Pierce running the high line. Joyner looking underneath him as he's going to get the run down. Presley again on the bottom, stays out of everybody's way. As we are going to be coming to 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. When do they get back to the line? Pierce running the bottom, giving the leaders the high side. Howe to the high side. Joyner right behind him, clearing the number 65 truck of Pierce. As these two have pulled away. We have 10 laps to go in the Truckee McTruck Race 150, presented by Marty's iRacing Paint Shops. Looking on the inside, Latham Joyner for the race lead. Down the backstretch they go. Slots in right behind him. Will he pick up the 2nd race win in the H&W Electrical Truck Series? Off the corner they go. 1 and 2 side by side. Howe bounces off the wall. Slight touch. No harm, no foul as they come down to 9 laps to go. It is between these two. Aaron Brown has dropped back a little bit, as well as Dylan Canova has fallen a little bit farther back as well. Both those trucks have lost the front two, as looks like it's gonna be between Howe and Joyner. Brown trying to reel them both of them back in. He knows if they get side by side, it's his chance to get right there back with them. Joyner looking on the inside of Howe as they work their way off of 3 and 4, coming down to 8 laps to go. 8 to go here at Atlanta. Howe fighting off Joyner, looking for picking up win number 2 on the season, going back to back. Down the backstretch they go. Howe puts a little gap on Joyner right there. Coming down to 7 laps to go. Howe looks like he has pulled a little bit of a gap on Latham Joyner. I wonder if Latham Joyner burned up his tires. Just as I say that, he drives it down there deep in 1 and 2. Looking on the inside, I wonder if he was just going off his tires to give another shot at it. It possibly slides off of 1 and 2 right there. Battle for the lead. They are coming down to 6 laps to go. Peyton Howe, Latham Joyner, 1, 2. Revved Up Racing. Kenny Kuko Motorsports running 2nd with Latham. Latham Joyner dives it down deep in 1 and 2 as well. Prone again, or Presley out of the way again. Picking up the spots that he can. Looks like we have another lap truck in the front of them. Both of them. Wonder if that's going to play any. It's definitely going to come and play as they are coming up to 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Payne Howe, Latham Joyner, 1, 2. And the longest green flag run we've seen all season here at Top Tier. Let's hope it stays green to the rest of the way. Payne Howe, Latham Joyner putting on a great show for everybody. Aaron Brown up in the wall a little bit, pushing as hard as he can to stay with him. Canova's catching him for that 3rd spot. You got Jacob Wilson right there, 5th. Nick Baum in 6th. Kenny Kuko, Daniel Hendry, Drake, and Nick Raffini, your top 10. Raffini bouncing back after sliding back. He's up to the 10th spot. Latham Joyner sideways off of 3 and 4, trying to stay with Howe as much as he can as they come down to 4 laps to go. 4 to go at Atlanta as you got a lap truck on the inside. Will they in front of them as they will stay on the inside. That will be, can't quite read that truck number yet. That's going to be the number 9 of Andon Mendenhall out there just logging some more laps and stuff. He's going to stay to the inside. Let these leaders come by as we're going to be coming up to 3 laps to go. 3 to go. Peyton Howe, Latham Joyner. Does Joyner have another shot to make another run at Howe as there's 3 laps to go here at Atlanta? 3 to go. As they're working their way around the number 9 truck of Andon Mendenhall, who unfortunately has been caught up in multiple wrecks today. Latham Joyner sliding that truck through 1 and 2, doing what he can to catch back up to Peyton Howe. Down the back they go. Coming down to 2 laps to go. Peyton Howe has the gap over Latham Joyner. Wonder if he burned up his tires a little bit too much, unfortunately, as there's going to be 2 laps to go for Peyton Howe. Trying to look to go back to back here in top tier. And definitely make it solidify that he is going to be one of our championship favorites. Got another lap truck. Looks like they just pulled Dylan Canova going, looking on the inside of Aaron Brown for 3rd spot. Through 3 and 4, coming to the white flag. Peyton Howe, Latham Joyner, 1, 2. It looks like Latham Joyner does not have anything left in those tires to get up to Peyton Howe. White flag is in the air. This is the last lap here. Next flag ends the race, whether it be caution or checker. Here they go through 1 and 2. Latham Joyner pushing as hard as he can off of 1 and 2. Down the backstretch they go. Peyton Howe has a good lap. Jake Raven moves out of the way. Much appreciated by the leaders as they come through 3 and 4. Down at the bottom, Peyton Howe coming up off of 4. He will, looks like he will take the win here at Atlanta, and he will go back to back in top tier as he will take the win here at Atlanta. Latham Joyner 3rd. Aaron Brown will hold off Dylan Canova for 4th. Nick Raffini will come off the line. Derek Catt will be your last finisher on the lead lap in 16th, but Peyton Howe is your race winner here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Congratulations to him and at Revved Up Racing. As they were going to watch Peyton Howe burn it down here on the front stretch, picking up a win. Peyton Howe burning it down here. Waiting for these gentlemen to get into the waiting area. Of course, thank you for tuning in, Miss Bloom. Again, any comments, any critiques and feedback, I'd be much appreciated. Thank you for tuning in as we are going to be getting these top 3 in soon. We're just having to do this quick little rewind to get everybody. Hey, and congrats on your second win of the season, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it was a little caution heavy at the beginning of the race. Happy we got that green flag run at the end. What are your thoughts, sir?
That was that last bit. I guess like the last half of the race after the stage 2 was that was fun. The first half was not great. It's looking like it's still the same people are wrecking that were wrecking last week. And I do know on that one restart, when I shot through the grass because they all wrecked above me because they stayed out, that might have been, I don't know if it was that restart or the restart after, but one of those might have been the biggest wreck I've ever seen in my mirror. I think only 4 of us got out of it clean.
Oh, yeah. That was a parking lot on the front stretch there. Yes, I think there was about 3 or 4 of you that got through that cleanly, and the rest were just all stuck there.
Yeah, that was massive. That was the one that I shot through the grass, and I about killed Jacob because I seen them wrecking above me, and the grass was the only place that I seen that I wasn't gonna run into anybody. Yeah. But the end of that race was a lot of fun there, brawling with Latham and Dylan, Aaron. Me and Latham, I said with about 8 to go, this is gonna be one of them classic Atlanta finishes, and it turned out to be one.
Yeah, it was definitely a good show. You four definitely put on a good show for us at the end. Thankfully, we went caution free at the end. But yeah, definitely that wreck was pretty insane. And but very happy that the end of the race was able to be green, and you guys were able to put on the show that I know you guys can, and the fans will love to see.
Yeah. Latham, Aaron, Dylan, all of them, they're always a lot of fun to race around. So I knew there with that final restart that we were gonna have a brawl, and we did. Glad I could win here. I haven't won here in a truck since I won Road to Pro back in 2022. So I love this track. It's one of my favorite mile and a halves. I wish it was still a thing in real life.
Oh, I know, right? Unfortunately, they repaved it, and now it's a mini super speedway, but it is what it is. But second win of the season, back to back, looking really hot. Anybody you like to thank?
Yeah. Martin Sports, Premier Racing Setups, Adrenaline Captures, Adrenaline Creations, Nerditudes, Race Stop Suicides, Florida State Builders, Hello Fresh, the whole Revved Up Racing team, Daniel, Hendra, Jacob Wilson, Andon Mendenhall. I love racing with those guys. I wish that Daniel could have got a little bit better of a finish, Andon too. I know he blew up on like lap 3 and then got caught in a wreck there late.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all you for putting on the broadcast, H&W Electrical for sponsoring the series, Kenny for putting the series together, and hopefully, I hope and I pray that the race at Dover will be a lot cleaner because, oh God.
Well, it was said on the broadcast when I was interviewing Drafty is that the admins are going to take a look back and make some changes. So we'll see what those changes are, and we'll see you at Dover next week, sir.
Yep, see it.
Thank you. That was Peyton Howell, your race winner. And I don't like doing it like this, but I have not figured out a way to get it to work where it is. I can just go back on a lap, so my apologies, folks, but definitely a better broadcast than last week. Not a lot of technical issues, thankfully, as we are going to pull in our next driver, our second place finisher. Latham, this is George. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Doing well, man. I was happy with that last green flag run. How about yourself?
Yeah, I was all right. Obviously, wish I could have calmed down a little bit at the start of that when were kind of racing each other. I think if I could have let them run away a little bit, save some more right rear, probably would have been a little bit better there. Of course, those last 10 laps, trying to just stay with Peyton and trying to get under him and make a move, just couldn't quite get in the gas as early as he could. Then obviously I tried going up there at the top the last 5 laps and like just same thing, just could not get in the gas like he could without getting too free and losing momentum.
Yeah, I'm about to say you just answered my next question. Just burned it up a little too much, but yep, you just answered it right there. Yeah, you guys put on a great show leading up to that point. I was gonna ask what you could do a little bit different, but you already answered that as well. But I mean, I saw you went down, came back up to the front. I mean, what was, how would you describe your day?
Honestly, tale of two halves, I guess is what they call it. That first half, obviously, the first lap incident, probably going to be my fault. I mean, three of us got free. The 243 sent us three wide, trying to stay off of him, bounce down into Aaron, and I don't think he knew we were three because he was barely at my right rear. So had that first wreck, had damage, went to the back, took that because I was like, well, take it early, be fine. Ooh, you get back there in the back with them guys, and not a lot of experience back there, not a lot of speed back there. You're trying to be patient with them. And a lot of the time, being patient gets you wrecked back there. So that one restart wreck we had, they all piled into me and everything. Had to take the fast repair on 40, and then after that, it was kind of avoid everything but go as fast as I could. Got up there, got on pretty much the same cycle, and of course that last yellow put us all on the same tires. Wish we could have got green flag laps. I think that was or green flag stops. I think that was the only way I could have a real chance at just beating Peyton straight up. Probably would have pitted within 5 to 7 laps there. Hope everybody, hope it stays green, which by that race, we're not sure if that would have happened, but try to pit there and just kind of jump him and hopefully pull off a win. But, second half or first half bad, second half really good there. I'm happy with second, to be honest.
All right, sir. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I just want to thank Elite's Cuts by Josh Evans Racing, Excalibur Racing Engines, Johnson Graphics, JHGD Graphical Design as well, and then Cucko East Motorsports for putting me on their team this season.
All right, sir. Thank you. We'll see you at Dover next week.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
That was Latham Joyner, second place finisher. All right, let's move over to Aaron Brown. Aaron, sir, up and down day for you as well, finishing out with a third place finish.
Yeah, I mean, it was a rough day, rough start. I mean, I had like no practice. I just got out of the college race right before this, so kind of got just throw myself into it, put it on a outside pole, so ran pretty well and just got really loose on the first start and just kind of had to crawl back from there. I got the penalty from restart, and I just kind of crawled back from there and was kind of saving the tires. And luckily, that second half of the race was a lot much better. And I'll take P3.
Yeah, definitely. I did not know that you raced in the. I mean, I knew you raced in it, but I didn't know it was right before this, and you just hopped right in and went. Man, that's awesome that you came out and did what you did with very little, with no practice. So that's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it was just how it went. I'm shocked they even made it. I'm shocked that race went better than this one. But that first half was pretty rough. But we'll pick it up next week. Don't know where we go.
Dover. We'll be at Dover next week.
Dover. Yeah. Okay. So we'll pick it up there, home track. So we'll try and do something well there. And yeah.
All right, sir. How'd you finish in the college race? Let's just ask that question as well.
Oh yeah, that was wreck fest everywhere. Just got caught up in multiple incidents, but I still crawled back for the P22 and points stayed the exact same. So, I mean, not a big deal, but we'll have to go Kansas for that next race in 3 weeks. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Well, hopefully you have better luck next week at Kansas, or when you run to Kansas in that series. But awesome. Glad you made it. Glad you made the racing fun, especially that last green flag run. You and Dylan were battling at the end. So, we appreciate you coming out and putting on a great show. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I gotta thank my teammates, all Adria, Talon, Chris, Adrian, Brady, all those guys helping me out, helping each other out. Gotta thank Adria Esports, obviously AdriaEsports.net, I believe that's the thing, and Floorcoat Media. Floorcoat. Sorry, I can't speak today. Floorcloak.net. There you go.
All right.
But yeah, gotta thank those guys. Gotta thank the H&W Electrical for hopping on for these sponsors. Royalty. I'm not sure the other sponsors. I don't know them all. But yeah, I gotta thank all those sponsors. Putting this on, and admins putting this on, and so we can all come out here and do it with love.
Yep, definitely. All right, sir. We'll see you at Dover next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. As Aaron Brown finishing up in third, as we are going to move on to Dylan Canova, our 4th place finisher. Hey, Dylan, this is George. You got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. First things first, I see you're from Lakeland, Florida. You all good over there?
Yeah, I had the day off because I'll have to work tomorrow night through the storm, so see how we fare.
Okay, well, hopefully you're going to be well and everything. Just want to put that out there. I just see it as your hometown, so hopefully everything is all good for over there for you, sir, and you stay safe.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, hopefully everything goes well. I haven't looked where the storm exactly coming. I know earlier it was kind of moving south, so we'll see what it does.
All right. But back to the race. Again, another up and down day for you, finishing 4th, running up there in the front. Did you have anything for the leaders, or did you burn it up earlier in the run?
So I could really roll the top really well, especially firing off, and then I think Peyton kind of caught on to that, kind of moved up a little bit, made it a little tricky, and with the way the race had been going, I was like, I'm gonna give it everything it has, and if it holds or we get a caution, then it does. If it doesn't, then we'll see what we can salvage out of it.
That's fair. I mean, you were on point of cautions coming out. We had quite a bit that first half of the race as well, and then the second half, thankfully, we were able to.
Yeah, it got really fun the second half.
Yeah, that's what it definitely. You guys put on a great show. You, Aaron, and Latham, as well as Peyton, all put on a great show for everybody for those last, I want to say, 30 or so laps. It was very, very entertaining for us to watch. But like I said, you had an up and down day, and you're able to pull it off. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on the race in general, since, like you said, you were bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this track. This track's a lot more fun to me than the repave. So a little bit more racy, kind of. Can't just hold it wide open and go all the way around the racetrack and just like basically bump draft everybody all the way around and get stuck. So it's nice to be able to move around and race. But yeah, the truck was good. We were fast, and then that caution came out early when we were trying to get under Peyton for the lead, and then on the restart, kind of calamity happened, and then for some reason, I guess we didn't cross the start finish line before the caution came out, so it set us back a lap. So it took about 30, 40 laps to, I feel like, get back on the lead lap and get back in cycle with everybody else.
Yeah, that's exactly. But hey, you were able to get back out there, back up to the front, and come home with a 4th place finish. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, thank everybody for coming out and racing. I know it's been a long couple of races getting there. Thank you to everybody that's watching, stuck around till the end, and thank you for Kenny and all the other admins that put this thing on and give us a place to race every week. And big shout out to those 3 guys up front, Latham, Aaron, and Peyton. It was fun racing with those guys, and it's nice to have some clean running.
Yep, definitely, sir. And we'll see you next week at Dover. Stay safe with those storms, and hopefully we'll be seeing you next week.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir. That was Dylan Canova. He is our 4th place finisher. So again, like everybody was saying, it was another caution fest at the beginning of the race. It cleaned up towards the end. Hopefully we will get that sorted out. We spoke with Drafty Beef earlier. Him and the admins are going to take a look at this and see what they can do to bring a better product for everybody out there, which I know everybody that's watching would love that, as well as we head to Dover next week. But that's going to do it for us here at Iowa. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for tuning into Royalty Racing Network, and we appreciate your support. I know all these drivers appreciate your support, and we'll see you next week at Dover. Thank you. Have a good one.